Well, this afternoon I sat down with the famous French philosopher, writer, a war observer and thinker, Bernard-Henri Lévy, BHL he's often called. He has a long history of writing about international politics. He's in London for an event tonight at Marble Arch Synagogue in London. But he dropped by the PM studio. I chatted to him and put to him the William Hague argument that Donald Trump's presidency, even if you don't like him, might have a galvanizing effect on the West.
I would love that to be true, but I doubt, honestly. For the moment, what I see is a series of possible collapses. Collapse in world economy, collapse with American allies, collapse in Ukraine, collapse if President Trump makes, as he mentioned, a deal with Iran. All that would be not galvanizing, but collapsing the world. Now, I may be wrong, but I doubt.
In Europe, though, you have seen something going on, haven't you? That someone who is broadly in favour of a European concept might find quite encouraging, that the leaders have found some spine, that the new German Chancellor, Keir Starmer here, seems to have found a bit of life in his prime ministership. Macron certainly taking a strong role in Europe as they start thinking, look, how are we going to become more resilient and depend on ourselves and not be weak countries just looking to someone else to look after us?
And UK coming back also, you know.
Yeah.
In spite of Brexit, it seems to be an opportunity for UK to join the club again, which is great. For me, Europe without UK is not Europe. I always said that. But is it the best circumstance for Europe to get awake? Certainly not, no.
I've let you be very critical of President Trump in the course of this interview, but I do want to ask you whether you think there's anything that Western mainstream politicians should learn. Not negative lessons about how to react, but positive lessons about how to speak to your population, about how to address an issue, about, I don't know, looking like you're decisive.
For the moment, in UK, as in France, there is a big part of us, of our populations, who understand what is happening, who know that Ukraine is fighting for all of us, who are willing to support more, who are also well aware of the rise of anti-Semitism and the necessity to fight against anti-Semitism. But this is a deep trend of our public opinions. It is not thanks to Trump or to anyone. On Ukraine, it's very clear. In France, there is a party of pro-Putin people. Right-wing, Le Pen, left-wing, Mélenchon. They are pro-Putin. On the other side, you have, thanks God, a big part of us who remember, I don't know, the memory of anti-fascist tradition of the 30s, who are faithful to the tradition of those who resisted against Hitler, who admired Winston Churchill in the past, and so on. And they have the good reflex, which is pro-democracy, pro-liberal values.
Let me ask you one last question, because there are those who are saying what's happening in America may be an opportunity. Britain and France, right at the front end of this, as places where dissatisfied Americans may choose to go. Students, international students who want to study but don't want to go to America. Progressive entrepreneurs may say, you know what, I'd rather be in Europe than be in the United States right now.
It's not a matter of competition. We Brits, we French, we American are engaged in a fight against populism, against anti-Semitism, against new fascism, and this is a real challenge. Not competition between us, really. I will never forget that I am born because brave American soldiers, brave British pilots of Spitfires saved my country.
How often are you speaking to the French president, Macron? I mean, he obviously has had a terrible year last year. Election didn't go well, all of that. But he has found a new purpose in the last years of his presidency.
He improvised I think without calculation, the right behavior in this moment of possible tragedy, of slow motion tragedy. He was with your Prime Minister, Mr. Starmer, in the meeting in London 2 weeks ago. He was one of the great voices of this new Europe building itself. So moments in history like the one we are living now have this virtue to make characters appear, and strong characters strong. I'm rather proud of my president at this moment.
Bernard-Henri Lévy, the French thinker there, talking to me earlier.